Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Phillip Rivers and the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Carson Wentz and the Washington football team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback who's in his 17th season now in the NFL, an 8-time Pro Bowler to boot. It's Phillip Rivers.
One way you become the all-time leading passer for your team is pure talent, and Phillip Rivers has plenty of that. But it's also dedication to your craft and the willingness to get better all the time. Phillip Rivers has a van set up with a driver so that when he goes to and from practice, he's able to watch tape and find ways to improve his mechanics each and every day.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold it.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And his first pass is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Walker, incomplete. Brings up second and long.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, Rivers. Carrying this one out for Fitzgerald. And got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
for the Jaguars.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you? And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tevin Coleman there to make the grab. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now, the former number 2 overall pick, Carson Wentz.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think. Gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Derrick Henry,
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
a loss of 6 yards.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Wentz. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen.
Let's get that spot.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough, give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Running from the gun with Henry. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and now he'll tuck it and run.
Wentz on the keeper.
I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Wentz's pass.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
A gain of 7. First down, Washington.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll find the rookie from Oklahoma, CeeDee Lamb. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On second down, here's Henry, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Derrick Henry down to the 30 after a gain of 3. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CeeDee, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring it down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson, and their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Jaguars.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Jaguars 14, Washington 3.
First down, Rivers. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
It's 33. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
At the 20-yard line.
On first down, it's Gurley.
Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 16.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Is good.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on everyone.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Washington on third down.
They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
Wentz's pass.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
The Jaguars back with it on offense.
Now, their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word because if you're the quarterback, if you're the guy throwing it, buoyed would be the word, wouldn't it? Because right now I think his confidence level is so high. I just throw it out there. They will go get it, and we're seeing some fantastic catches and some great plays as a result.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards.
The ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's good.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Higbee.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. From the gun, Rivers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Henry. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Wentz now to throw. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Braden Mann now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep, Deontay Harris.
Harris returning.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Demario Davis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
First and 10 at the 48.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
Rivers pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing again on second down. Rivers. This is caught inside the 15. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Rivers again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Most teams in the league hitting the 3-quarter pole in the preseason. The whole league will be in action next Thursday night to wrap it all up. And then we start for real a week after that with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Washington takes over first.
It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. Second half begins with a run by Henry.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again they run with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
He was looking that time for Stills, and now it's 2nd down.
Stills, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
On 3rd down, Rivers. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sense that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers, and the Jaguars continue to roll. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions. And
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and right side, Henry's got it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up second.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Across midfield.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald with a sack. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 20.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another carry now for Gurley.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Rivers eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books, and that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Intended for Jonathan Taylor. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Taylor. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Demario Davis bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Harris has it over the middle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Taylor. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And it is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. This is Coleman.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They will run again with Coleman. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Morgan.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. On the move to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 1st down, it's Taylor.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
The ball carrier.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's good. We're on Jack.
I know we're there, wide open open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Mike, check, 59. Here we go.
And they take a knee. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing